Man, it's only 8:15 and it's already been an interesting start to the day, to say the least. Morning, everybody. Alright, so it started off early this morning. Had a bunch of equipment listed on Big Iron Auction, some stuff we were just getting rid of. One of which was a 730B disc gripper. So kind of like the one, that red one we used a lot, only it was blue and whiter. Guy from Nebraska bought it. A couple of his employees showed up this morning to get it. They're just gonna drag it home with a flatbed. 300 miles. Ooh, I do not envy those guys. So I kind of helped them get squared away because they got lost trying to find it and everything. And then the wife called and said, hey, I need you to come back to the house. Your daughter forgot stuff that she needs at school. So I had to run back home, go get that, run it over to the school. But yeah, now it's time for a burrito and start working on pivots. So almost all the sprinklers have that little quarter turn valve I've shown you before, but there's a couple set up like this one where the pump and filter, instead of being over at the pond over there, is actually here at the pivot point. So to drain them, you open up the filter and you drain the pump. So now to unwinterize it, I just close the filter, or I put this plug, let me find some sunlight for you, right there. I gotta put this tiny little plug back in the bottom of the pump. Last pivot has been de-winterized. Now time to go play musical tractors for the rest of the day. First tractor of the day, 6195R. Pulling a behemoth of a planter, guys. I'm really not sure if I have enough horsepower. I mean, look at that thing. All 13 feet, 195 horsepower for 13 foot of drill. Whew. This is gonna be a workout. I'm kidding. So I've got just a little bit of hayseed in here. I'm gonna go fix some edges on a field I planted a couple weeks ago. And hopefully that'll run out of seed and we'll be done with this tractor. That was easy. On to the next tractor. Alright, next tractor up. 8360R with Landau VT. Gonna run over to that new farm and finish working the field I dabbled on in the last video to make sure this thing was set right. Get that thing ready for planting oats or trit or whatever's in the planter. Been on the phone for the last hour, so didn't exactly get anything on film. Just realized I left my sweatshirt in there. Anywho, field has worked, went around and got it all cleaned up. It's ready to plant. Now I got to run to local seed company deal and get 2,000 pounds of oats, blend in with what's already in the planter, and get started after lunch. Now I'm on to tractor number 3 and what will hopefully be the last tractor of the day. 8245R with the all too familiar Crustbuster drill. Let's get this thing loaded out of the seed tender, get to the field and plant. Hopefully this is the last day of planting, because I've emptied this drill like 4 times, and as you guys have seen, that is kind of a painstaking process. Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. I just want to be done. I don't know if I've ever really told you guys much about our seed tender. It's an Unverferth 3750. Holds 375 units of seed. Now you're probably saying, what the hell is a seed unit? Just think of it as a 50-pound bag. So 375 50-pound bags. Pretty handy. Got a real basic control. Not like the newer, fancier ones. All this has is raise lower for the arm, start stop for the belt. Everything else still done manually. which that's really not that big a deal, other than it just means it goes a lot slower. And there's no scale on this, so you become really good at guessing how far you can go with how much seed you got. One thing is for sure, I'm getting plenty of practice at my turn rows on this field, because from way over there to way over there, but the bottom is just right there. 47 passes from end to end. I'm on pass 21, counting down. So I'm over halfway there. Every time I turn, the GPS gives you a little distance to your next turn based off your last round, and it's like 200 feet, which would have been 4 passes essentially the other direction, 5 passes. But yeah, getting pretty good. Oh, I cut that one a little tight. I'm gonna have a teardrop on this side now. That'll drive you nuts all summer long looking at this little weave. Oh well. Back and forth. Top field is done. Now I'm planting in this bottom field of stubble and all kinds of weird goodness growing out here. I don't even know what all is in this field. Just mainly trying to run the planter empty. That top field was only 30 acres. I thought it was going to be a lot closer to 40. So I have quite a bit of seed carryover. I'm already 9 acres in here. Maybe another 10 acres. I don't know. We just have to see how things go, you know? Oh, finally, guys. That took way too long, but we are finally empty. About 25 acres planted in this field. The planter is empty. That is the end of spring planting. Now we start getting ready for summer crops like corn and forage sorghum, but corn's not looking too optimistic in this drought. Either way, though, excited to see what comes out of the ground from all this stuff. We'll catch you guys in the next video.